Happy August 14th, 2017, an adventurous stream where we play Kingdom of Loathing, a dirty joke and stickman-based game. I'm your host, the avatar of autism, known as Mcnally86. Yeah. Yes. No, today's Monday. Welcome back. Let's do some things. Gonna turn that. There we go. All right. There we go. So, I was gonna eat something, I thought, or was I gonna drink something that someone gave me and I couldn't eat or drink? I forgot, because that was Friday, and that was a long time ago. I can't remember what happened Friday. Gibbie! I'm streaming! Stop it. You know that. Let's see. That Gibbie, he knows if he wants to stream, he can just stream later. Okay. Outbox. I don't know. Did I save it? Someone sent me something. And I thought I was going to eat it on stream, but I don't seem to have it. And I have way too many items to go through. Way too many items. And he seems to realize the mistake he made, so that's good. As long as he realizes. As long as he knows. It is your bad, and you should feel bad. You should feel bad all the time. I'm kidding, everybody. Gibbie always feels bad all the time. So let's see what people have sent on the graffiti wall. Bees laugh people, too. Have you heard of the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Bees suck. Should mountains be legal? Send notes. Outside is a better MMO? If you read this, you are gay. Save the whales. Alright, let's write our own message. Because it doesn't matter if I override what they wrote. They just wrote some ignorant things. Alright, so adding our ignorant things to the graffiti wall. Let's continue on with our adventure. So, the last place I did was Abu Peak, so I need to go back to the mountains, and I need to light bonfire. So, I did Abu Peak. I'm going to do the oil peak right now, because that seems easiest to light on fire. So let's go to the oil peak. Pushing down on me, pushing down on you. You look up at the signal pyre. The whole mountain is groaning and creaking with the pressure underneath it. There are geysers and puddles everywhere, and they seem to have some kind of evil intelligence. They form into threatening fists and obscene gestures whenever you look at one for too long. If you're going to get that pyre alive, you're going to have to lower the pressure somehow. So they gave me a pressure of the oil peak. So the current pressure is 310.66 micro. I forget what the B is. Gibbie, what's the B? Micro something it's not millimeters of mercury, so I don't know this measurement system. I knew the something per millimeters of mercury, but I don't know the micro B over something grams. I don't know. Anyway, if I want to get through this quicker, I'm gonna... Can I... Previous outfit. That doesn't fix anything. I need my cowboy hat on. And cowboy. No, was it a 10-gallon hat? 11-gallon hat? Well, shoot. Where's my cowboy hat? Did I lose? Oh, there it is. 11-gallon hat. There we go. Unequip the weapon. And I want to change my offhand. So I want to get oil. Yeah, it was oil something. I don't have it. Okay. I'll have to look up how to make this item. Oh, I need to use... I need to use some items. Load a little bit faster. I need 12 items. Okay. I need to use 12 bubbling crudes. And I will create a jar of oil. Driven by forces you don't understand, you make a jar out of oil and fill it with oil before making a liquid out of oil and sealing the jar. This is a jar full of oil from the oil peak. The jar is also made of oil, so is the lid. So now if I... Oh, I forgot to equip it, so I'm going to run away from this fight. I still failed to run away from this fight. Alright, finally ran away from the fight. If I equip the jar of oil... No. Well, wait, where'd the jar of oil go? Recent items. What the heck? Didn't I? Oh. It's a quest item. I don't need to equip it. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go back. If you've got a jar of oil and you fight the oils, you'll low pressure faster. Don't know how it works, but I'll find out. You're fighting an oil slick. The puddle of oil seeps out from the ground and bubbles and burbles. Oil can, oil can. Oil can what, you ask? Oil can beat the crap out of you from making crappy puns, the puddle says, starting to rise. You get the jump on it. All right, I'll beat the hell out of that. And, I find a nearby... Okay, there we go. I got bubbling crude. So this is the item you get from them, and the pressure lowers faster if you have that jar. So I was trying to see if there's a jar message, but there's not a jar-related message. This is a handful of magically animated crude oil. It's bubbly, not like happy, like a sorority girl's bubbly, but like a cauldron of boiling poison is bubbly. Okay. So I'm going to equip... if I've got anything that adds to monster levels. So, plus monster level items. Alright, so sort stuff by plus monster level. Okay. I doubt I have much that adds to monster level. Alright, here we go. Steven's lab coat will add 10 to monster level. I actually need to look that up again. Jar of oil. And get messages. Okay, where is the name of the area I am? Oil Peak. I'm sorry this is not very entertaining today. But I thought I knew what I was doing, but it turns out I don't. Here we go. I need... Oh, am I using the wrong... I think I'm using the wrong thing. Okay. Yep, I'm using the wrong thing. It was dress pants that actually reduce pressure faster. Because I guess dress pants reduce pressure that's on you. Anyway, it was important I looked that information up because I also know I'd got to get my monster level to plus 20 for the next type of monster to spawn. So, I don't actually know where to look up my current level of monster level. But I know if I go to the nearby plains and I get... Where is it? Is it the bakery and hardware store? Detuned radio. There we go. by the detuned radio, I can level up monsters. Where is it? It should be recent items. Let's tune that radio. 10. Turn up or down, man. Alright, so you set the radio volume to 10. Oh man, is that an annoying noise. So yeah, does it list where the monster level is? No, it doesn't. So detuned radio raises monster level 10, and I got another 10 by a lab coat. So doing all that, now if I go to the oil peak, there should be a change in the environment. So now I'm fighting an oil tycoon. The ground cracks in front of you and a fountain of oil springs out of it. It takes time to form into a portly guy in a 10-gallon hat. Or maybe it's just 8 quarts. And a giant dripping stogie. Time for me to drink your milkshake, he burbles. You get the jump on him. Alright. And I easily still kill him even though he's 20 levels higher than he should be. As the tycoon splashes back to the ground, your ears pop as the oil pressure on the peak drops, and thus the pressure in the air around you, just go with it, okay? So doing that, the pressure drops faster. So that's how you can get through this area faster. But if I can get the monster level up to now 20... no, it's at 20 now. I need to get it to 50 for the next threshold. So let's see what my equipment can do. Alright, so I'm already using... Okay, so if I use the shadowy seal eye on my offhand, so that should be 35 now. Pants I don't have monster level pants. 35, aha! Put on a training belt. Okay, so 35, 40, 50, 60. So yeah. I should be at monster level 60 now. That's high enough. Oil peak. No, it's another oil tycoon. That's strange. I thought that was high enough. I can equip a tiny plastic bad vibe and a tiny plastic BB gunners. I don't know what those are, but they add a little bit to monster level. Is there anything else I can monster level? Well, let's find out if that did anything. Nope, still an oil tycoon. Okay, so let's see if I can oil can this Henry's a little bit more. I can... miscellaneous items. I don't know what increases monster level. I'm gonna have to look this up. So, more wiki diving! Alright. So, while we're waiting for this to load, I'm waiting for this to load. Okay. Alright, monster level modifiers. Oh! There's one I can get because I have the Shrine to the Barrel God. That's not the right place. It is in the Dungeoneers Association. Right here, Barrel Lid Shield. 50 to monster level. Many historians believe that the shield was discovered after the garbage can lid was invented, but actually predates that by about 4 days to the invention of the wooden barrel. Alright, so I pray to the Barrel God for a barrel lid, and that will give me, for this day only, a plus 50 to monster level, and that should get me pretty far. The eye was already 25. Well, we'll see. And my ghost dog, I'm not interested in you right now. Let's go back to Oil Peak. Here we go! I'm fighting an oil baron. A great geyser of oil rises up in front of you, resolving into the broad shoulders and fruity sash of an oil baron. You heartily wish it was an oil baby instead. It gets the jump on you. The blood rushes to your face as you approach him, bursting several capillaries. How embarrassing. I lose hit points to sleaze damage. Please bear in mind that he just punched you in the face with his oily fist. I lose more sleaze damage. I'll give him the 1-2 punch. You punch him for 171 damage, and then 171 more. The straining, creaking ground below your feet strains and creaks a little less, as the oil pressure in the peak drops substantially. You find an alkaline spring and drink its bitter, restorative water. And Monster Manuel tells me, baronies over which oil barons preside are extremely unpleasant places. The smell alone is flammable. Alright, so that's good, and it will resolve this quest in about like 20 to maybe 50 fewer turns, but if I can get the level even more, then I can get the monster level more. There's an item I can buy. No, that's not an item I can buy. Let's see. Okay, so if I'm going to check the mall to see if I can buy these items. Because I know I don't have that, but hard-boiled egg. Fairly cheap, so I'm going to buy this hard-boiled egg. An egg boiled in water of an unforgiving city over a fire kindled with abandoned dreams by good men driven to darkness by desperation. It's awesome food that gives me the effect tout noir force noir. Sometimes a stiff drink or a stiff snack really puts the world into perspective. This dark, lightless world where a good man can't even get a break and the evil rules the streets. A world where the dark storm clouds roll in like hustlers on the prowl, but no matter how high they fill the gutters, they can never get them clean. You could turn up your collar against the rain and prepare for another night against the inevitable. Hey, someone shouts at you. Knock off that gloomy monologue, man. It was a nice day just a second ago. Alright, so I'm going to get hard-boiled bait in this hard-boiled egg. Hard-boiled egg, yum, yum, yum. You take the hard-boiled egg into an interrogation room and hammer on it till it finally cracks. And then you eat it. Tout noir force noir. Alright. So now I should get an evil oil cartel. That was the plan all along. So, instead of spending 100 adventures here, you can spend only 9 if you fight these guys. A river of oil running in front of you rises up and takes on the rudimentary forms of 3 big, tough, oily dudes. You know, like guys who would be bouncers at an oil bar if there was such thing as an oil bar. The blood rushes to your face as you approach them, bursting several capillaries. How embarrassing. One of them slaps you in the skull while the other slaps you in the head. The third one just watches and laughs. Well, 1-2 punch. And, oh, they're not dead. You punch them for 52 damage with your Western Fist. And then 52 more. One of them knees you in the groin with an oily patella. What a patella. What a wonderful phrase. Oily patella. What a wonderful phrase. The 3 of them run past you and each slaps you in the face as he goes by. Jerks. What, can I moo at them? Take a deep breath, feeling the taint of corruption inside you, and scream in a voice that is not your own. Your foes recoil in horror, taking a ton of damage. All right. The rumbling, groaning peak beneath you relaxes a little and stays still and quiet like it ought to be. The pressure on the peak seems to have dropped significantly, at least for now. And Monster Manual tells me the Spanish term for an oil cartel is el oil cart. I don't think that's true, but who am I to argue with him? And so now I'm going to use the Scroll of Drastic Healing and cow corrupt is, what was that marrow item? Succulent marrow? No. The one that gives me the cow corruption. Because I'm not getting... Oh, I do still have corruption. Okay, I'm fine. Never mind. I'll go back to the peak. Because that's a really strong buff. Fighting another oil cartel. The 3 separate geysers of oil erupt from the ground in front of you, taking the form of 3 giant hulking dudes who don't seem to like you very much. One of them knees you in the groin with an oily patella. What a wonderful phrase. Alright, well, I'm going to moo at these, because that worked last time. Honklin squawks, "Ark! Your actions are morally reprehensible. Whistle." I can't actually whistle like a parrot, so. Monster Manual tells me, "All carts A through K were even meaner." I'm fighting a king snake, and the king snake is here because I'm a cowpuncher, and I guess it's time I fought another king snake. And Monster Manual tells me about them. Unpopular names for baby king snakes are Smo, Frock, and Poo. All right. You're fighting another oil cartel, and they just slap me like normal. All right. Well, if I just moo at the oil cartels, they should be dead. Unimpressed with pressure. So that solved that a lot faster than I could have. I could have taken like 100 turns there, or just make them really high level and beat the heck out of them. The surging oil finally drops in pressure enough for you to set up a signal fire. There's a steady burble of crude oil underneath the pyre, and the flammable fumes shiver above it. You bang a couple of rocks together until you get the attention of a passing interstellar starship, which lights the pyre for you with its photon beam. Success! Back to the Highlands. All right, so tomorrow we're going to do Twin Peak, and totally the reason we didn't do Twin Peak today is because I forgot. So there were complicated ways through both these, but Twin Peaks is the most complicated because David Lynch. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So Twin Peaks, spooky, scary. We'll see how to get through it. All right, thanks everybody. Tune in tomorrow. Bye.